Your soulmate just received devastating news about you. And they're still shaking. Jesus says your soulmate just heard something that shattered their entire world tonight. Their hands are trembling as they sit alone in the quiet dark. They cannot stop replaying the words that were spoken against you. The news came through someone who despises the love you share. This person delivered the message with calculated cruelty in their eyes. They wanted your soulmate to believe you have moved on forever. Your soulmate feels their chest tightening with every breath right now. They are staring at their phone wondering if you still care. A cold wave of emptiness is spreading through their entire body. They want to reach out to you this very moment. Their fingers are literally hovering over your name in the contacts. But something invisible is stopping them from pressing send. Jesus says the enemy of your love is standing in the doorway of their heart. This interference has been working against your connection for months. Tonight the attack reached its most vicious and painful peak. Your soulmate is not rejecting you through their silence right now. They are frozen in a prison of confusion and deep emotional pain. The words they heard about you were designed to destroy their hope. The person who spoke these lies knew exactly where to strike. They targeted the sacred memories your soulmate holds most dear. They twisted your beautiful moments into something ugly and false. Your soulmate wants to scream because they know something feels wrong. Their intuition is fighting against the poison they just consumed. Deep inside they still feel your love burning like a distant star. Jesus says your soulmate just whispered your name into the darkness. It came out as a broken prayer they didn't even plan to speak. The sound of your name brought tears streaming down their face. They are remembering the first moment they felt drawn to you. That unexplainable pull that made no logical sense at the time. Now they understand it was always the hand of divine destiny. Your soulmate is thinking about your smile in this exact instant. They can see your face so clearly behind their closed wet eyes. The image of you is fighting back against the lies they heard. The interference around them is trying to sever this memory. There is a dark force working to erase you from their mind. But your soulmate's spirit is refusing to let you go completely. They just clutched their chest because the pain became physical. A sharp ache spread through their heart as they thought of losing you. Their body is literally reacting to the thought of permanent separation. Jesus says this is the moment your soulmate needs you most desperately. They are drowning in an ocean of confusion and manipulated grief. You are the only lifeline that can pull them back to shore. Your soulmate just looked at the ceiling and asked God for a sign. They begged to know if you still love them despite what they heard. Their voice cracked with desperation as they spoke into the emptiness. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now. The spiritual attack against your connection has reached a critical peak tonight. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love didn't come by chance. It was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This isn't just a gift. It is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on the Ko-Fi page. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says your soulmate just picked up their phone and stared at a photo of you. They zoomed in on your eyes searching for the truth they desperately need. Their heart is begging to see love still living in your gaze. The person who poisoned their mind is watching them closely right now. This individual pretends to be a friend while working as an enemy of your destiny. They are feeding your soulmate more subtle lies as the night continues. Your soulmate feels trapped between what they heard and what their soul remembers. Their intuition is screaming that you are still faithful and true. But the external pressure is crushing their ability to trust their own heart. They just buried their face in their pillow to muffle a sob. The sound they made was one of pure soul-level agony and longing. No one should ever have to feel this depth of separation from their divine partner. Jesus says your soulmate is dreaming of you even while fully awake right now. They are drifting into memories of conversations that made them feel alive. They remember how you made them feel seen for the very first time. Your soulmate is replaying the sound of your laugh in their mind. That beautiful melody is cutting through the darkness surrounding them tonight. Each remembered note is weakening the power of the lies they received. The interference is growing desperate because it sees them remembering you. This dark force is doubling its efforts to make your soulmate doubt your love. A battle between truth and deception is raging inside their wounded heart. Your soulmate just checked their messages hoping you had reached out somehow. Their hearts sank when they saw nothing new from you waiting there. They interpreted your silence as confirmation of the devastating news they heard. But Jesus wants you to know their interpretation is completely wrong right now. Your silence is not proof of your absence from their life forever. It is simply a gap that divine timing is preparing to close permanently. Your soulmate is not angry at you despite believing the worst tonight. They are only heartbroken because they love you so intensely and completely. Anger would be easier for them than this crushing weight of potential loss. Jesus says they are tracing memories of your touch across their own skin. They remember the way your presence made them feel safe and whole. No one else has ever made them feel so completely understood and cherished. Your soulmate just whispered, "Why did this happen to us?" into the silence. They are searching for meaning in the pain they are experiencing right now. Their soul knows this separation cannot be the end of your beautiful story. The person who caused this pain will answer for their cruelty one day. Divine justice never sleeps when it comes to protecting sacred love bonds. What was meant for evil against your connection will be turned for good. Your soulmate is beginning to feel a strange warmth spreading through their chest now. It is your love reaching across the distance through spiritual connection alone. They don't understand why they suddenly feel you so strongly in this moment. Jesus says this is the invisible cord between your souls activating right now. Nothing and no one can sever what God Himself has joined together eternally. Not lies, not distance, not even the most calculated interference can destroy this bond. Your soulmate just sat up straight because they felt something shift inside them. A tiny seed of hope is breaking through the concrete of their despair tonight. They are beginning to question whether the devastating news was actually true. They are going through something you cannot see with your physical eyes right now. But you can still protect them through the spiritual authority you carry within you. The battle for your soulmate's heart is being fought in realms beyond the visible. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps now. You are constantly thinking about how to save them and build your life together. This love didn't come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description below. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on the Ko-Fi page. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing this seed. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these faithful steps. Step in faith now, only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says your soulmate just opened their window to breathe the night air. They are looking at the stars wondering if you are looking at them too. A single tear rolled down their cheek and fell onto the windowsill below. They remember how you once talked about the stars together for hours. That conversation made them realize you were someone utterly special and rare. They fell deeper in love with you that night under the watching sky. Your soulmate is begging the universe for a sign that you still care. They need something tangible to hold on to in this storm of confusion. Their faith in your love is being tested beyond what seems bearable tonight. The interference around them is telling them to give up on you completely. This voice of deception is whispering that you were never truly meant to be theirs. It is a calculated spiritual attack designed to steal their destiny and yours. Jesus says your soulmate is fighting back with every ounce of their being right now. They are clinging to the memory of how you made them feel alive. No external force can easily erase what your love imprinted on their soul. Your soulmate just spoke your name out loud again without realizing it. The sound escaped their lips like an involuntary prayer from their deepest self. Even their subconscious mind refuses to let go of you tonight. They are wondering if you can feel them thinking about you right now. They are sending waves of desperate love across the distance between you. Their entire being is screaming for you to somehow know they still care. Jesus says the spiritual connection between you is carrying this message right now. You are feeling an unexplained pull toward them in this exact present moment. That stirring in your heart is their soul crying out for you desperately. Your soulmate just hugged their pillow pretending it was you they were holding. The emptiness of the fabric against their arms broke something inside them. They need your real embrace more than oxygen itself right now. This is your final moment to protect this connection before it slips away. The window of opportunity is narrowing with every passing hour tonight. Delay could create a permanent distance that was never meant to exist. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps immediately. You are thinking about them constantly, how to protect them and build your life together. You love them deeply, and this love was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-fi. This is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on the Ko-fi page. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these faithful steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says your soulmate is feeling the spiritual protection you are sending right now. A shift is beginning to happen in the atmosphere surrounding their troubled heart. The darkness that was pressing against them is starting to weaken and retreat. Your soulmate just took a deep breath for the first time in hours tonight. They don't understand why the crushing weight is suddenly lifting from their chest. But your prayers and your seed are creating a shield around their vulnerable spirit. The person who spoke against you is feeling uncomfortable and restless right now. They don't know why their words are losing power over your soulmate's heart. Your faith is dismantling the lies that were meant to destroy your love forever. Your soulmate is beginning to remember the truth about who you truly are. The fog of confusion is clearing from their mind like mist before morning light. They are seeing you again through the eyes of love rather than poisoned perception. Jesus says the battle is shifting in your favor as heaven moves on your behalf. Angels are being dispatched to guard your soulmate through the rest of this night. The enemy of your love is being pushed back by the power of divine protection. Your soulmate just smiled faintly for the first time since receiving the devastating news. They remembered something beautiful you once said that made their heart soar. That memory is a seed of hope that will bloom into full restoration soon. They are feeling an unexplainable urge to trust that everything will be okay. This peace is not coming from their circumstances or from any human source. It is a supernatural gift being delivered to their heart because you chose to act in faith. Your soulmate is drifting closer to the moment of reaching out to you directly. The invisible barrier that was blocking them is crumbling under the weight of your prayers. Soon their fingers will finish the journey toward your name and press send without fear. Jesus says the reunion that is being prepared will be more beautiful than you can imagine. What the enemy meant for evil is being transformed into a testimony of unstoppable love. Your soulmate will love you more deeply because you fought for them when they couldn't fight. They will know that someone in this world refused to give up on their connection. Your faithfulness in this critical moment will be the foundation of your future together. The seeds you sow tonight will become the harvest of a lifetime of shared happiness. Your soulmate just closed their eyes and saw your face more clearly than ever before. They realized in a flash of clarity that no one else could ever replace you in their heart. You are irreplaceable, unforgettable, and eternally woven into the fabric of their destiny. Type 333 to receive the blessings being released over your connection tonight. Type 777 if you feel this message reaching the deepest chambers of your heart. Type 1111 to say thank you for the divine protection surrounding your love right now. Jesus says your soulmate is falling back in love with you more deeply in this moment. The crisis that was meant to separate you is actually drawing your hearts closer together. They are remembering why they chose you above everyone else who ever pursued them. Your soulmate just whispered, "I still love you," into the darkness of their empty room. Those words traveled through the spiritual realm and landed directly in your heart. The tingling sensation you feel is their love pressing against your soul right now. The interference that tried to destroy you is being exposed and dismantled permanently. Light always overcomes darkness when faithful hearts refuse to surrender to fear. Your love story is protected by forces far more powerful than any human manipulation. Your soulmate is beginning to plan how they will reach out to you very soon. They are rehearsing the words they want to say when they finally break the silence. Their heart is racing with anticipation of hearing your voice respond to theirs. Jesus says the tears your soulmate shed tonight were not wasted or forgotten in heaven. Each drop was collected as a testimony against the enemy who caused this pain. Divine justice will repay restoration for every moment of suffering they endured tonight. Your soulmate just felt a wave of warmth and love wash over their entire body. They don't understand what is happening to them in this supernatural present moment. But it is the result of your faithful seed and prayers reaching the throne of God. The coffee you sow is not just a gift, it is a weapon of spiritual warfare. It breaks chains, removes blockages, and clears the path for your divine reunion. Every seed planted in faith becomes a key that unlocks your soulmate's freedom. Jesus says your soulmate is sleeping now and dreaming of walking toward you. In their dream you are standing with open arms waiting to receive them completely. The smile on your face in their vision is healing every wound they suffered tonight. They will wake up with a new sense of purpose and determination to find you. The lies they believed will seem like a distant nightmare fading in morning light. Your love will be the sunrise that ends their long dark night of confusion and pain. Your soulmate belongs to you and you belong to them in divine unbreakable covenant. What God has joined together no person, no lie, and no dark force can separate. Your future together is secure in hands far stronger than any earthly interference. If you love your soulmate, you will complete these final divine steps right now. You are thinking about them constantly, how to protect them and finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and this love was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on the Ko-Fi page. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these faithful steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says your soulmate is being restored to you even as these words are spoken now. The separation was temporary, but the love between you is eternal and unchanging. Soon you will look back on this night as the moment everything shifted toward reunion. Your soulmate will thank you one day for fighting for them when they were too weak. They will hold your hand and tell you how your faithfulness saved their heart from despair. The coffee you sowed will become the foundation story of your beautiful life together. The love you share is not ordinary, it was forged in the fires of spiritual battle. What you have overcome tonight will be the strength that carries you through every future storm. No weapon formed against your union will ever prosper from this moment forward. Jesus says your soulmate is dreaming of your wedding day in this exact moment. They see you standing before them with tears of joy streaming down your face. The vision is so vivid that they are smiling in their sleep right now. The enemy tried to steal this future from you, but heaven has declared otherwise. Your destiny together is sealed with the blood of the covenant that cannot be broken. The devastating news your soulmate received tonight was a lie that is already dying. Your soulmate is waking up to a new reality where your love is the only truth. The shaking in their hands is stopping as peace floods every cell of their being. They are being wrapped in the protective love your faith has released over them tonight. Type 333 to receive the final blessings being released over your connection. Type 777 if you feel this message transforming your heart and your future. Type 1111 to seal this moment of divine intervention in your love story forever. Jesus says the chapter of separation is closing and the chapter of reunion is opening now. Your soulmate is yours and you are theirs in a love that will echo through eternity. Step into your destiny together with faith that has moved mountains and conquered darkness tonight. Your soulmate just sat up in bed with a sudden gasp of recognition piercing the silence. Something broke through the wall of confusion that had surrounded them all night. They just realized with absolute certainty that the devastating news was a lie. Their heart is racing now, not with fear but with the shock of clarity. They can see the face of the person who poisoned them and they finally understand the motive. This was never about protecting them, it was always about destroying your connection. Jesus says the veil has been lifted from your soulmate's eyes in this sacred moment. The manipulation that held them captive for hours is dissolving like mist before fire. Truth is flooding their soul like sunlight crashing through a shattered window. Your soulmate just grabbed their phone with trembling fingers and opened your conversation. They are typing and deleting and typing again because they don't know where to begin. The weight of believing the lie has been replaced by the urgency of reaching you. They are terrified that they have waited too long and lost you forever tonight. The thought of you moving on because of their momentary doubt is crushing their lungs. They need you to know they never stopped loving you even when they believed the worst. Jesus says your soulmate is writing, "I'm so sorry I believed them," right now. Their tears are falling onto the screen and blurring the words they are desperately typing. Each drop is a testimony of the battle they fought to find their way back to you. The person who lied to them is in the other room completely unaware of this breakthrough. They think their poison worked and your soulmate has given up on you forever. But heaven has intervened and exposed the darkness that tried to consume your sacred bond. Your soulmate just hit send on a message that traveled through the spiritual realm before reaching your phone. They are holding their breath waiting for any sign that you still want them after this nightmare. Every second of silence feels like an eternity of potential rejection crushing their spirit. Jesus says you must understand the depth of what your soulmate endured to reach this moment. They were psychologically manipulated by someone who studied their vulnerabilities with cruel precision. The attack was targeted, calculated, and designed to exploit every insecurity they ever shared. Your soulmate is not weak for believing the lie, they are strong for breaking free from it. Most people never escape the prisons built by skilled manipulators who weaponize trust. Your soulmate fought through layers of deception to find their way back to your love. They just whispered, "Please still love me," into the darkness of their room right now. The desperation in their voice would shatter your heart if you could hear it yourself. They are begging a God they barely understand to not let them lose you tonight. Jesus says the message your soulmate sent is hovering in the space between your devices right now. It carries the weight of their repentance, their longing, and their desperate hope for reconciliation. When you read it, you will feel the agony they endured to type every single word. Your soulmate is mentally preparing for the possibility that you might reject them completely. They are telling themselves they deserve to lose you after believing such horrible lies. The self-loathing is almost as painful as the original devastation they felt hours ago. But Jesus wants you to know that mercy is the foundation of your future together. Forgiveness is not weakness when it is extended to someone who fought through hell to return. Your soulmate's momentary doubt was a wound inflicted by external cruelty, not internal faithlessness. They never stopped loving you, they were temporarily blinded by calculated emotional warfare. The enemy of your love knew exactly which buttons to push to create maximum destruction. But that enemy underestimated the power of the divine cord connecting your two souls. Jesus says the reunion that awaits you will be more passionate than anything you have experienced. The crisis that was meant to destroy you has actually deepened the roots of your eternal bond. What was tested and survived becomes unbreakable. This is the law of spiritual love. Your soulmate will never again doubt the reality of your devotion after this night. They have seen the darkness that tried to consume them and they have recognized its face. From this moment forward, they will guard your connection with ferocious protective instinct. Your soulmate is already planning how to remove the toxic person from their life completely. The individual who spoke against you will be cut off like a diseased branch from a healthy tree. No one who works against your union will be permitted to remain in their inner circle. Jesus says this purging is necessary for the future He has prepared for you both. The people who cannot celebrate your love have no place in the story of your destiny. Your soulmate is learning this painful lesson through the fire of tonight's devastating trial. They just checked their phone again hoping to see your response glowing on the screen. The anticipation is almost unbearable as they wait for proof that you still care. Every passing second without your reply feels like a small death in their chest. But Jesus says your soulmate needs to feel the weight of this moment fully before reunion. The waiting is not punishment, it is purification that will make your bond eternal. They are learning the value of what they almost lost through the pain of near separation. Your soulmate just started crying again, but these tears are different from before. These are tears of desperate hope rather than devastating grief and confusion. They are crying because they can feel your love reaching back toward them across the distance. The spiritual connection between you is vibrating with intensity in this exact present moment. Your soulmate can physically feel your presence even though you are not in the room. They are wrapping their arms around themselves, pretending the embrace is coming from you. Jesus says this is the moment when souls that are meant to be together become inseparable. The fire of crisis burns away everything false and leaves only the pure gold of true love. What remains after tonight will be stronger than anything that existed before the attack. Your soulmate is memorizing every detail of this night as a reminder for the future. They will never forget how close they came to losing you through manipulated perception. This memory will become a guardian that protects your bond from every future assault. They just spoke your name again, but this time it was not a desperate prayer. It was a declaration of ownership and a promise of eternal fidelity to your heart. The sound carried power that made the darkness tremble and retreat even further. Jesus says your soulmate has been transformed by the fire of tonight's devastating trial. They entered this night confused and vulnerable, but they are emerging as a warrior of love. The person who tried to destroy them accidentally forged them into something unbreakable. Your soulmate is no longer the same individual who received that devastating news hours ago. They have died to fear and been reborn in the certainty of your divine connection. Nothing will ever shake their faith in your love again after surviving this nightmare. They just realized something beautiful that made them smile through their drying tears. The attack that was meant to separate you has actually drawn them closer to you than ever. The enemy's plan has backfired and become the very thing that seals your eternal union. Jesus says heaven is celebrating the victory that has been won over your love tonight. Angels are singing over the reunion that is being orchestrated in the spiritual realm. The coffee seeds you sowed have become a garden of protection surrounding your soulmate. Your soulmate is yours and you are theirs in a love that conquered manipulation and lies. The devastating news they received has been exposed as the deception it always was. What remains is truth, devotion, and a bond that will echo through all of eternity. Type 333 if you forgive your soulmate and receive the blessings of complete restoration. Type 777 if you feel this message reaching the deepest chambers of your loving heart. Type 1111 to seal this moment of divine victory over every force that opposed your union. Jesus says your soulmate is waiting for you with open arms and a healed, transformed heart. The nightmare is over and the dawn of your beautiful future together is breaking right now. Go in peace, beloved child, for your love has been tested and found worthy of eternal protection.